I always like to do kind of a rapid fire. Give me like your gut reaction to the word, okay?
Okay,
Are you
go.
ready?
Yes.
Money is.
Crazy.
Money is crazy. I'm so excited for this conversation because it's one topic that I think we need to go deeper in, and it's really money and kids. You're the NYC gay dad.
Yeah.
What was the journey to now?
After my husband and I decided to have our son, Avery, we decided to go through the celibacy journey again. We got pregnant right away. And then at 10 weeks, we found out that it was twins. Unfortunately, the following week, when we were 11 weeks pregnant, he went away on a business trip and he passed away unexpectedly. And I remember waking up and I thought, my son just lost his father. And what if something were to happen to me? And so I didn't want to leave him alone in this world. So not only did I decide to follow through the pregnancy, but I announced that we were pregnant while giving my husband's eulogy.
Thank you for sharing and being vulnerable with that. I think oftentimes in life, we have this trajectory and then life happens and you have to have this ability to pivot and create a new life. How do you come back and continue to move forward?
I think it's okay to be unapologetically selfish.
And when you say be selfish, is that more of trusting yourself?
Yeah, I think that comes with trust. I think it's I think instinct is a real thing, and I think it's important to listen to that. And I think parent knows best, hopefully, for their child. And so, you do get a lot of ears coming at you, and there comes to a point where like you need to do things for yourself, because if you're good, then the kids will be good. And if you're making decisions for others or because you're worried about what other people are going to think about you, that can set you up for failure.
Within money psychology and behavioral finance, so that's what I lead for Ally, helping people to really understand their behaviors of money.
Yeah.
There's this term called status quo bias.
Oh my God,
means
what's that?
You don't like change. That's how I am. Like to actually the effort of changing with my financial planner or going to meet an estate planner, I like things just the way they are. We always think there's tomorrow. And God willing, there will be, right? Mm-hmm. But you just never know within life what will happen today, and just being prepared and making the time, understanding those behaviors that may stop you from actually implementing the actual skill of getting that estate plan is so, so important.
The one thing I did do right at the time is I hired a financial planner immediately, like within the first week after Tim passed away. So I thought that was really smart, right? And my financial planner serviced me for the first 5 years, and we became friends, and he was like family. And then the last 5 years, I got burned by him quite a bit. Okay. Like they just kept dropping the ball because I think he got bigger and I was like the small fish in a big pond. And because we had this relationship, I held on to it for far longer and ended up getting screwed up like big time financially. And so now like my new thing when I speak to people is like, don't get so comfortable with if your financial planner or people, your professional support systems, if they don't service you after a certain period, cut it off, get rid of it. And I did that a year ago, and it was hard for me to do, but it was one of the best decisions I made. But I stayed, it's like being in a bad relationship.
It is.
You stay in something too long. Yes. And I stayed in that relationship longer than I should have.
What beliefs do you want to pass on to your kids now?
Everything is on the table, including money. And that whatever they come to me, I will not judge them. And we will have conversations about anything. I allow my kids to see me vulnerable. They've seen me cry. Like, it's to show that we're human. It's show that we make mistakes, including things around money. In that way, I want them to feel comfortable that when they make mistakes, they could come to me and know that they're not going to be judged and that we're going to work through it.
A big piece of my money journey is aligning my spending and commitments to my values. So when you think of your values and the values you've created for your children, how does that show up in your spending decisions?
I want my kids to look back and see that the money was well spent on experiences. And that for me, it was important for them to have, kids still now are into brands and they're into, I need to have this and I need to have that. And I'm looking at these prices of sneakers. I'm like, $150. I'm like, you're 10 years old. You have no business wearing that. I value experiences and I want them to value that as well.
And when you think of this money journey, I know you have your partner, your new partner now, and your support system. Who else is your ally in this journey?
My allies are, it continues to be my core 6 friends that I've had for the last 25 years. They're the only ones that keep it real with me, keep me in check. My new financial planner, my new accountant, there's another one in there somewhere, but we're all holding each other accountable. And right now, in this very moment, it feels really good.
Good. Well, I'm wishing you so much joy and success as you continue to be a dad and navigating all of these things. Thank you for being vulnerable in this conversation. We talked about a lot of things that may be hard for people to talk about, and you opened up space for more conversation. So thank you.
Thank you.